Hey everybody, this is Sandra and I am canning corn today. Yeah, I'm torturing myself, but I found a very good way to shuck your corn, okay? If you take your corn that's in the cob, put it in the microwave. For one, you put it in there for 4 minutes. For each additional one, you add a minute to it. So I have 7 in here, so I had put those in the microwave for 7 minutes. And I was surprised this actually works. Okay, it's still a little hot, which is why I got this towel right here. You cut your end off. You know the end that goes to the stalk. Yeah, the stalk end, the one that was attached to the, to the grass part of it. Okay. Then after you cut that part off, you should be able to squeeze it out by the top. Now sometimes if you don't cut it down far enough, it might not come out that easily. And it's kind of hot too. Okay. Like I said, sometimes it don't come out that easily, but I learned if I do it like that, just cut it a little bit in a slit, and then it'll pull on out. See that? It's kind of ugly. I'll cut that off. But anyway, so I'm going through all these. This first one I've gotten look like that. But anyway, I'm going through all of these. These are the last ones I have. And you should always cut both ends off. Now why that is, I don't know. But this is what they told me to do. And I'm following directions. Okay? So when you get ready to cut the corn off, take a it's best to do a serrated edge knife. This does have one. But anyway, it's not a major knife, but I use this little knife for everything. Okay? And very simply, let's see if I can get it where you can see it. And just cut. Kind of hard to do when I'm doing it backwards. And I really haven't been cutting on this. I've been cutting in the bowl. But anyway, just go around this edge like that, avoiding the ends, okay? And then to get the milk, if you want the milk out, then just take a spoon once you get all the kernels off, and then you just rub it against like that, and it gets your milk out. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish with these, and then I'll be back with the next step. Okay, everybody, next step. Okay, so I was able to get them all done. I don't even know how much this is, not yet. But the next step, I'm gonna have to measure out my corn. So for every 2 cups of corn, I'm gonna add 1 cup of water, and then I'm gonna heat it up, because this is gonna be pressure canning, and so I'm gonna have to find a big pot to put all this stuff in. So anyway, it's gonna be more than 1 batch into the pressure canner. Also, with corn, you cannot put them in quart-sized jars. You can only put them in pint-sized jars. Don't know why that is, but that's what it is. So, like I said, measure this out, add water, bring it up to heat it up, and then start canning it. And I'll be back for the canning. And I got to get some more jars because I got the wrong jars. I grabbed the quart size out of the garage instead of the pint size. So anyway, when I come back, we're going to start canning. Okay, everybody, I'm back. So I've heated up my corn. Set this up a little bit so you can see it. Anyway, I heated up my corn. I end up with 14 cups of corn. which means I had to add 7 cups of water, and it's heated up. So that's what happened here in this stock pot. And of course, in my pressure canner, I got a few jars in here heating up. And I'm gonna start ladling. Like I said, with corn, you have to use pint size. No larger than pint size. I guess you can use half a pint. I don't know, but everything I see says pint size. So what I'm gonna do is, I hope the slots in this spoon not too large. I'm gonna put in my kernels first. Now some people go ahead and put in the kernel with the liquid, and I just learned I don't like that. That was still hot. But I'm gonna put the kernels in first, and then put my water. Cause I just, well, y'all know I don't like my stuff to be uneven. I just really don't. The 1 inch of headspace. And of course, I'm using my Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving on page 390. Whole kernel corn, okay? And let's say the 1 inch headspace. And because I have solids, I'm going to debubble. And if you find out that you don't have enough water, you can just boil some water and add to it. You know, if you run out of what's in here. But the main thing is to make sure the water is hot though. Some of the shuck. Okay, lids. So there's my lid, and there's my ring. Ooh. And this is my first jar. And also, I don't think I said enough, but make sure when you're washing your jars to make sure that you check for any cracks or chips in your glass, especially around the mouth of the jar, because you don't want anything to interfere with your product from sealing. And also make sure you always use new lids. The rings you can reuse as long as they're not rusty, okay? But make sure you use new lids, because I think, because normally I don't have any problem with my product sealing, but the last couple times I've used, I think I messed up and mixed some of the old lids with some of the new lids, and I think that's why a couple of my jars didn't seal properly. So that's what I think happened. I'm not quite sure. Which I can reprocess those, but I don't want to do that. So I just stuck those in the refrigerator for us to go ahead and use. And I'm dipping my napkin in my vinegar, as usual. So make sure that my lid is clean. But really with corn, I'm not dealing with any sugar or anything in it. So I really don't have to use vinegar. Could just use water. I just gotten so used to using vinegar now. And even when you do have new lids like these, it's no 100% guarantee that these gonna seal either. I'm just saying. And remember, fingertip tight. And the purpose of having them just fingertip tight, not just cranking it tight, because you want to allow air to escape during the processing. Of course, you know, we debubble, trying to get as much out of it as we can, but I mean, this was once a live organism, so there's going to be air. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and continue to fill as many jars as I can, and I will bring you guys back once I've gotten at least a can full. Okay, what I ended up with, I have 18 pints, which I'm happy with it. But I also have some more corn left. So I'm sure it's enough for at least 2 more jars. I'm not going through all this headache processing just for 2 jars. So don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Might just freeze it, I don't know. But I did end up having to add some water, extra water, which I kind of figured it, okay? But it turned out the way I wanted them to, though, with me putting the solids in first and then backing it with the liquid. I like that better. So, but anyway, I'm going to process this for 85 minutes. And when you guys come back, it will process for 85 minutes. It would have gone, the temperature would have gone back down. The pressure would have gone back down, and it's going to be longer than 85 minutes as far as my end. So instead of, let me see, 85 minutes is 1 hour and 25 minutes. So it's probably going to be more like 3 hours when I come back. But anyway, see y'all in about 3 hours. Well, to you it's going to be in a few seconds. So, be back in a minute. Okay, everybody. I'm done. It's been 85 minutes, and there's all together. Oh gosh, let me see. What time I start? Pressure canning takes a while. All together, the 85 minutes of processing plus coming up to pressure and coming down from pressure. Been roughly about 3 hours of processing time, which is kind of normal. And pressure canners are different from water bath canners. They work differently. Although you still use water, you don't put as much water in a pressure canner as you do in a water bath canner. But so far, they're looking pretty good. I don't think I had a whole lot of siphoning. And you can hear them sealing. And we're going to see how this is going to turn out. Because all these lids are new. I made sure of that. They're still bubbling. That's another thing with pressure canning. They continue to bubble. Let me see. Okay, that's better. I want you to see all 18 jars, which is one good thing about pressure canning. You can't do this many jars in a water bath can. This being a low acid food, it has to be pressure canned anyway. But I am happy this time. They smell good. So really it's 18 jars plus then some, because I have at least 2 more jars worth. I'm thinking possibly 3. But anyway, I'm happy. So I think corn is something that I'll be doing again. It was relatively easy, especially after I found out how I'm supposed to shuck the corn. Well, a different method for shucking the corns. So anyway, until next time, y'all. See